back. The racing continues a little later at the moment. A news segment called Talkback here on 7 Sport Motorsport today. And we've assembled 4 of Australia's leading touring car drivers. On my left, Peter Brock, the 9 times Bathurst winner. Let's make Peter welcome. Next to Peter is the Tooheys 1000 winner from 1993, Larry Perkins. And to my right, a name and a face fairly familiar to all motorsporting enthusiasts, our ex-Formula 1 champ Alan Jones for the Peter Jackson team. And the winner of the James Hardy 12-hour at Bathurst for the Coca-Cola Wayne Gardner team, Neil Crompton. There's been a lot of material in newspapers and in media, guys, in the last couple of weeks, people trying to dissect what's happening with touring car racing, which raises one question today, and that is, have Australian touring cars become too fast for the Aussie circuits? Pete, would you like to lead off?
Well, I look at the lap times we're doing at this circuit this weekend. They're about the same as we were doing last year, same at Eastern Creek and a few others, so there hasn't been a dramatic increase in the last 12 months. I think the cars are fabulously smooth to drive, they're balanced, they're the best racing car I've ever driven. No, I think they're great.
Larry?
Yeah, there's no way the cars are too fast. They're just nice. I've never seen an example where the speed's got ahead of the circuit. I've seen the speed get ahead of the driver, but no, I think absolutely great, balanced, and couldn't wish for something better.
Maybe the touring car's not so fast or too fast, but for some of the circuits. That's what the question is, I guess.
Well, Mike, there'd be an argument to say really that some of the cars outgrew some of the circuits about 10 years ago. I mean, I can, no names, no pack drill, but there's certain circuits in Australia where if you put 2 cars side by side, well, Amaroo Park, Oran Park, I mean, if you put the 2 cars side by side in the pit lane, there's no room for the mechanics to work around it. So in other words, if the mechanics are working on a car and someone comes down the pit lane, it's extremely dangerous. I think they've got to address that issue before they start looking at the bloody circuits.
Neil?
It simply begs the question, Mike, if these cars are too quick, what do we say about Formula Brabham and sports sedans? I mean, Formula Brabham's 15 seconds a lap quicker at Eastern Creek. If people are concerned about the speed our cars are doing, what does that say for those cars? The fact of the matter is there are places in Australia where even if you slow these cars down 10 kilometres an hour, let's take the wings off, let's change the compression ratio, let's reduce the rev limit. This is one of the proposals. We might go 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds slower. Turn 1 at Eastern Creek, 250 k's at the moment entry, exit's about 215 or something. You'll go in 10 or 15 k's slower, you'll exit 10 or 15 k's slower. If you slam the concrete wall on the outside there, 10 or 15 k's slower, so what? I mean, my mum won't sleep any better because I hit the wall 10 k's slower, I'll tell you.
Well, what is the reason then, you think, the rationale behind some people wanting to knock the cars from the 7,500 rev limiter down to 7,000 and take some of the wing off the car?
Well, the better argument for the engine is only based on the economics of the life of the engine. You know, the 500k might be half a second, and as Neil said, who cares about half a second? And the circuit safety issue, back to that, what Alan said, is absolutely right. The pit lanes have been outgrown many, many years ago. The actual circuits, you know, it's up to the driver. If he doesn't want to get into trouble, you don't have to go so fast. But the rev's coming down. Some of us thought that maybe it was a good idea to look at the economics of it, and that's still, let's say, on the board. It's only a proposal for discussion, and it may go no further, to be honest.
But there is a technical issue, though, that when you drop the rev limit down, and any of the engine building type people that understand this, you put a more radical camshaft in to try and open and shut the valves at that lower rev, which actually increases the, I suppose, the fragility of the valve train and can up the cost. So there's a lot of arguments to and from, and before any decision's made, I mean, it needs some discussion. I mean, you'd see this thing floated. It's, you know, trying to get a vote out there somewhere, and I think we need to discuss them first.
But the tracks are really the concern, not the cars. I mean, I saw Larry at Winton a couple of years ago have an incident with a smaller car coming up onto the pit straight. Now, we were all there a couple of weeks ago. There's a concrete wall on the exit of the final turn. Yeah, Sheen Bend.
Yeah.
On the exit of the final turn, coming up on the pit
straight away.
Straight away. And the concrete wall's at right angles to the direction of your motor car. Now, I think we're coming up there about 170 odd k's. Now, if you nail a right angle concrete wall, even if it's protected by tyres, say 160k, you're still in a lot of trouble.
Absolutely.
Now, it doesn't cost $100,000 to fix that.
Yeah.
Basically, you're all agreeing about the same subject. Then what about taking so much wing off the car?
I'm not into taking any wing off. I mean, the cars are very balanced one to the other, and that's pretty important. If we reduce the wing, all we do is get a skitty sort of a car, and I'd prefer to go over the top at Bathurst at 220k with the wing on than 200k without a wing, because you go a lot further without the wing.
In 1991, we raced the VN Commodore, which did not have wings and was basically the same sort of mechanical package that we have now, very similar. And it used to burn up rubbish. You could do a hot lap, but the thing would hop and skip and carry on. And after a few laps, you were trying to nurse this thing. It wasn't pleasant to drive. It wasn't consistent. It didn't seem as like it gave you very good racing because you were just hanging on to this damn car. I think the cars are very balanced. We seem to be able to do maybe 20 or 30 laps on end that are very, very similar lap times, and that spells for good racing.
Mike, I think really the question's got to be asked is what's wrong with what we've got?
Well, that was my next question. Is there anything wrong with the package that you were delivering
What do
to
the
the
people out there
spectator?
think, I wonder?
What do you folks think? Are you happy with it? Yeah. Do you want it changed or watered down?
Well,
You're all in.
so,
That's simple. You're not driving them either.
but they're paying the money to come and look at them, and that's very important. I mean, we want to put on a show, and we think the cars are good to drive, but it's up to you ultimately, I guess, out there, isn't it?
Well, heading towards Bathurst with the Shell Touring Car Series coming to conclusion at Oran Park, everyone is talking about a 10th for you, another one for you, one finally for you, and a backup one for
Are they
you.
talking about one for Jonesy?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one.
Another one. I ask you, Pete, 10, is it playing on your mind?
Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, we've been working on that all year. I mean, I think all teams look to Bathurst as being the one they want to succeed at. I mean, Larry knew that last year with the Touring Car Championship was probably less than what he hoped. But gee, you got to Bathurst, and who cared about the Touring Car Championship on Sunday night at Bathurst, eh, Larry? And, you know, I feel the same way. This year, I think we can do it.
There's a favourite for Bathurst, Neil. Who is it, you?
Of course it is, Mike.
Alan?
Well, it's one I'd certainly love to win. I mean, I think Bathurst is to Australia what Indianapolis is to America. It's our premier touring car race, and I'd dearly love to win it. And this year I'm going to give it my best shot.
Back to back?
Well, obviously, we're all hoping to win it, and I'm no exception.
Would you please thank our 4 touring car greats for dropping by? You've got a feeling now of what's happening with touring cars for the future. Don't change anything. We'll be back after the break.